Hello, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Today we bring you news that will undoubtedly excite all followers of the black and gold team. We're talking about one of the fundamental pillars of the defense, a true icon both on and off the field, who has decided to continue his legendary career in Pittsburgh. This deal was officially announced by both Hayward and the team through their social media channels, creating quite a buzz among fans and sports media alike. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN was one of the first to break the news, confirming that the new contract will cover the 2024, 2025, and 2026 seasons, with a total value of $45 million. Of this amount, the Steelers will pay Hayward nearly $15 million guaranteed, converting the salary he was already owed for 2024 into a substantial signing bonus, thus securing his commitment to the team. But that's not all. The contract also stipulates that Hayward could earn up to an additional $29 million in the final 2 years, 2025 and 2026, though without guaranteed money. This detail could indicate that Hayward is betting on continuing to perform at the highest level, once again demonstrating his loyalty and dedication to the team that has seen him grow as a player and leader. At 35 years old, Hayward remains the key player for the Steelers, not only for his performance on the field, but also for the leadership he brings to the locker room. Since being selected in the first round of the 2011 NFL Draft, Hayward has played 194 games with the Steelers, amassing impressive stats: 647 tackles, 121 tackles for loss, and 80.5 sacks, a figure that ties him with James Harrison for second place on the team's all-time sack list. It's important to note that Hayward ranks first among interior defensive linemen in this category, showcasing his ability to dominate in the middle of the defensive line. Throughout his career, Hayward has proven to be more than just an outstanding player. He is a true ambassador for the Steelers. This year, he was voted by his teammates as team captain for the 10th consecutive season, an honor that reflects the deep respect he has earned within the locker room. Additionally, in 2023, Hayward was awarded the prestigious Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award, a recognition given to players who excel not only on the field but also for their dedication to the community and exemplary behavior off it. However, the 2023 season was challenging for Hayward, who suffered a groin injury during the opening game, forcing him to undergo core muscle surgery. This injury sidelined him for 6 games, and although he returned to the field, he was unable to perform at 100%, finishing with stats below his usual standards: just 2 sacks, 33 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. It was his least productive season since 2016, when he was also limited by an injury. Despite these setbacks, Hayward remains optimistic and determined to regain his top form. In a recent interview, he expressed his desire to play at least 2 more seasons, which aligns perfectly with the duration of this new contract. "The goal is to be a Steeler for the rest of my career," Hayward said in June, and everything suggests he is on track to achieve that goal. Steelers general manager Omar Khan has also expressed full confidence in Hayward's future with the team. In July, Khan stated, "I think Cam has a lot of football left in him. I hope he's here for many more years." These words underline Hayward's importance not only to the defense but to the team as a whole, as a role model for younger players and an undisputed leader in the locker room. In summary, Cam Hayward's contract extension is great news for the Steelers, who are securing the continued presence of one of their most iconic players. With his experience, skills, and leadership, Hayward will remain a key piece of the defense as the team looks to return to the top of the NFL. Attention Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Undrafted rookie Beanie Bishop has yet to secure his starting position on the team's defense, as confirmed by head coach Mike Tomlin. Although Bishop has been in the starting lineup since the first depth chart before the start of the preseason, a late camp injury has prevented him from getting the expected number of reps. Even though Thomas Graham was cut in the final roster reduction to 53 players, Tomlin made it clear that Graham's experience could be a decisive factor this week. Beanie is a young and exciting player. "We'll watch him throughout the week, along with others, and make decisions that best position us to win this game," Tomlin stated. This situation contrasts with the left guard position, where Tomlin was firm in announcing that Spencer Anderson will replace the injured Isaac Sumalo. It seems Bishop still has a few hurdles to overcome before earning a permanent starting spot. Despite going undrafted, Bishop's talent is undeniable. In his final year at West Virginia, he led the NCAA in passes defended while playing as an outside cornerback. However, his 5'9" stature has kept him on the fringe. Meanwhile, the Steelers also plan to use safety Deshaun Elliott as a defender in their heavy nickel package, particularly this week against Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts, who is known for functioning as a large slot receiver. What would you think if I told you that the Steelers might be considering a bold move to bring in a receiver even better than Brandon Ayuk? That's right, we're talking about a possible negotiation with the Raiders to bring none other than Davante Adams. As you know, before the 2024 season began, the Steelers tried to acquire Brandon Ayuk. However, Ayuk used Pittsburgh as leverage to secure a bigger contract elsewhere, leaving our team empty-handed. But that doesn't mean the Steelers have stopped looking for quality options to strengthen their receiving core. According to recent information from Jeff Howe of the New York Times, there's a possibility that the Raiders might consider moving Davante Adams before the trade deadline. The Las Vegas team is in full rebuild mode and will need to maximize their draft assets to find their franchise quarterback. At 31, Adams might not be at his peak when the Raiders are ready to compete for a Super Bowl. This is where Pittsburgh comes in. Imagine this: a solid defense, an experienced coaching staff, and now an elite receiver like Adams. This would be the perfect ingredient for the Steelers to compete at the top of the league. And here's the proposed trade. Now, let's talk about how this compares to other recent trades. Remember Stefon Diggs, who was traded to Houston for a second-round pick and some additional selections. Diggs and Adams are receivers of similar caliber, but this Steelers deal would include more picks, which might seem like a high price, but the reward would be having a top 10 receiver in the league for at least 3 years. Another example is the trade of Tyreek Hill to the Chiefs in 2022, which included 5 draft picks. In comparison, the proposed deal for Adams isn't as costly, but it's still significant. This trade could be a key investment for Pittsburgh. While some might see it as an overpay, we would be securing a superstar who could elevate our offensive game to the next level. What do you think, fans? Would you like to see Davante Adams in black and gold? Leave us your comments and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any Steelers updates. See you next time.